If you guys remember from my old channel, my most popular video was my MLB picks. And I actually almost picked it perfect. I had every single matchup right, except I picked Cleveland over New York. And that game still haunts me to this day because I could have had a perfect bracket. But nonetheless, we are back with this bracket format with a lot of new teams, some the same. But our 10 teams have been decided, and the seeding we now know from these other games. I'm going to be doing a preview for each series that is coming up. So, every single video, every single series should have a preview video up by now. If it's not, it's going to be coming really soon. But I still have, at the time I'm filming this, I still have to film this preview video and this preview video. But yeah. Anyway, let's start with these picks. AL, Yankees, A's. This is a tough one. It's a win-win for the baseball world. Because the winners play in the Red Sox. We either get the best rivalry in sports with the Yankees-Red Sox, or we get a nice Cinderella team shutting up the most obnoxious fans in baseball. Chris Davis versus Giancarlo Stanton, Matt Chapman versus Miguel Andujar. Bunch of great players, bunch of great matchups in a one-game showdown in New York. And you always have to have an upset pick no matter what bracket you're going with. I'm taking the A's. I think they have too much momentum. I think they can get this done. It's a one game, which I think gives, if it was a series, if it was like a 5-game series, I'd take New York. But in one game, anything could happen in the wild card. I think we're going to have to take the A's. This is my upset pick. Astros Indians, it's going to be Kluber versus Verlander game 1. And I think whoever wins that game could win this series. This is going to be a very competitive series. I think it goes 5. I think it's going to go 5 games. But I ultimately think that the Astros, with their high-powered lineup, I think can get it done at home since they will have home field advantage in this series. So I'm going to be taking the Astros in that game. Rockies-Cubs. Big announcement if you haven't seen it already. At the time I'm filming this, it's the night before this game, I'm actually going to be going to Rockies-Cubs. I'm a huge Cubs fan if you didn't know. And I'm actually really excited to go to that game. And I'm going to have a great time. I am going to be vlogging, so stay tuned for that. But I think that both of these teams lost their 163rd game against the Brewers and Dodgers, respectively. With that being said, though, I don't like the Rockies pitching staff, and I do like the Cubs pitching staff, and the Rockies in their bullpen, they have Wade Davis and then a few trash cans back there. I'm going to take the Cubs in this game, not just because I'm a Cubs fan, but I do think they have the better team, and I can see them pulling a win against the Rockies. Braves-Dodgers. This might be the series I'm most excited for. I mean, so many great players. I mean, Freeman, Acuna, Albies, and company and Markakis against Machado, Turner, Muncy, and Dozier, and a bunch of people. But I actually think this is gonna probably surprise some of you, as I think LA was the favorites to win the NL this year. I'm taking the Braves. I really like this team. They have very good hitting. Tehran and Fulton-Awevich, while they're not great pitchers, I think can hold their own with this powerful lineup. I like the Braves in this one. I'm gonna take them. I have a feeling about them. I liked them since I saw they were doing good, and dang, I have a feeling about this team. I like the Braves. I like them in that matchup. I'm taking the Braves. A's Red Sox. Now, let's get this out of the way. I'm picking the Red Sox, but I don't think it'll be as far of a deficit as I think a lot of people are down the A's, and they shouldn't. The A's are a legit team, but I'm going to take the Red Sox. When you have 2 MVP candidates along with Chris Sale, you're a contending team. I think the Red Sox have to be the favorites. I'm going to take the Red Sox in that one. And Cubs-Brewers. A lot of people are saying that the Brewers are so much better than the Cubs, but these two teams tied. So this is going to be the most even matchup we can get. And you know what? I mean, we saw today, the Brewers, they beat them, but the Cubs still have control of the season series. But I'm going to take my Cubs just because of the experience of Joe Madden. Joe Madden has been here before. He knows how to control a playoff game. His players, I think, are more ready than the Brewers players are. And if they were to beat the Rockies, they'd be coming off some momentum after beating them, and momentum is a big thing in baseball. I'm going to take the Cubs in this one. All right, Red Sox, Astros. I think a matchup a lot of people are looking to see. Verlander versus Sale, that could be a thing. Price versus who's the Giant? I don't know. But this fix should be great. I mean, J.D. Martinez and George Springer, Mookie Betts, and Carlos Correa. So many guys. But I think with the home field, this is definitely going to be a war. It's going 7. I'm going to take the Sox in a Game 7 victory. I think there's no way this doesn't go the distance. I think I'm going to have to pick the Red Sox in this one. They've just been looking so good, and I can see them winning the AL. Cubs, Braves. Now, I don't know, man. I do not know, but I'll tell you this. The Cubs, the Braves would actually have home field since they'd be the higher seed, even though the Cubs have the better record. But I think the Cubs, they have so much depth. I mean, they could put Bodie or Bryant at third no matter how good they're doing. Rizzo can get hot. Baez can get hot. Schwarber can get hot. Contreras can get hot. If those guys are on, which I think they will be if they were to make it this far in the playoffs, if those guys are on, I don't see the Cubs losing, and I'm going to take them to get to the World Series against the Red Sox. And would this be a treat? I mean, two teams that have been around since the beginning of baseball and are looking to get they had both had big World Series droughts ended by Theo Epstein. So, Red Sox would have home field because they have the better record. Now, this is tough. I mean, I think the Red Sox have a slightly better lineup. I think they have a little bit more depth than the Cubs do. But the reason I am taking the Red Sox is pitching. They have such good pitching that I think it's overlooked by that powerful lineup. And I just think that if they're the people's favorite, and they've just been looking unstoppable this year, I don't see how you can pick against them. I mean, they got to be the odds-on favorite. I don't see how you can pick against them. But make sure you leave your World Series prediction in the comments below. Vlog coming for this game. I'm really excited to go. And, yeah, guys, are you excited for October? I know I am.